What's up, guys? Coach Nate with another episode here at Steel Strength Training. All right, so I want to talk to you guys about something I've always said I've wanted to help clients achieve, and I've changed my mind on this a little bit. So I've always said I want to help clients be lean, strong, and healthy. All right, and of course you hear that and you're like, well, that sounds fantastic. Why would you change your mind? I'm glad you asked. Or at least I'm going to pretend that you're asking. So here's the deal. Yes, I do want you to be lean and strong and healthy, and none of that has changed. But I will say, if I'm being honest, I say it in that order for two reasons. Number one, because it's catchy. I think it sounds best to say lean, strong, and healthy. The second thing is that if I'm being honest, when I started my own fitness journey as far as lifting weights and eating well, I started with pursuing the goals in that order. I started focusing on being lean and strong and then healthy. But then I developed some health issues, some pretty serious health issues several years ago, which then made me change the emphasis. So to give you a little background, up until that point in my life, I'd always been lean and strong and healthy, but I'd always been healthy my whole life. I was relatively lean coming into my fitness journey, and I was not strong. So I pursued building muscle and strength, and then I pursued getting leaner, but I always just took my health for granted. So I never really had to think about health, and I kind of just assumed it was a given as long as I was working out and eating well. Well, turns out that's not always the case. Sometimes things can happen, as many of you know. Life has taught me. Many things can happen that are beyond your control that impact one or more of those areas. And that's exactly what happened to me. I lost my health first, and then I started losing strength, and then I lost being lean, in that order. And it was very frustrating, and it was like that for a while. But as I said, I'm grateful. I wouldn't have chosen that path, but I'm grateful that it happened. I can see how the Lord has used it in my life to better serve my clients, because it's given me a really good perspective on the way we need to be thinking about this. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be lean. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be strong, and there's certainly nothing wrong with wanting to be healthy. But we need to make sure we have our priorities straight. What I tell people today, here's what's changed. What I tell people today is that it is better to be healthy than to be strong and lean. And it's better to be strong than it is to be lean. And being lean is awesome, but it's only awesome if you are also healthy and strong. And so, again, going into my fitness journey, I had always been healthy to that point, so I didn't think about it. I just assumed I'm exercising, I'm eating well, I should always be healthy, right? Of course, that's not the case, but my immature thought process was telling me that. And so I could pursue strength and leanness with reckless abandon, or I thought that I could, with no repercussions. But here's the deal. After having lost my health, my strength, and leanness, and then now as I'm on my own journey to regain those things, I remember thinking, I don't like feeling fat. I don't like feeling weak, especially when I've worked so hard to get strong, but I wasn't able to work out consistently during that time. But I sure don't like being unhealthy. And I remember when I was at my worst point, I said, I don't care if I'm never strong or in great shape again. I don't care if I'm never lean again. And while, yes, I want those things, I don't care in the sense that it pales in comparison to being healthy enough to do the everyday things in my life that I want to do. I wanted to be healthy enough to not feel like making it through a workday was super tough. I wanted to be healthy enough to know that my body would work for me today and it would work for me tomorrow, because that wasn't always the case. I was frequently having to rearrange my schedule, move things around, reduce workload, just to make it through the day. And I'm sure many of you guys have been there. Many of you guys have been there. I talked to many of my clients, and it gives me so much sympathy for people that are going through hard things. So, and I wanted to be healthy enough to be able to be there with to be there for my family, and not just to be present, but to be present emotionally as well, not just physically in the same room. And to be able to have energy to play with my kids. I mean, I remember I would wrestle with my kids, but most of the time I was just lying on the floor, letting them kind of crawl all over me. I was just doing what I could muster up. And just being in that spot gave me so much perspective, and it made me realize being healthy is hands down more important than anything else when it comes to your health and fitness journey. And if you've never lost your health, be grateful for that. But just take it from somebody who has, take it from many of my clients who have. Being healthy and feeling good trumps strength and fitness any day. All right, now next, as I started to regain my health, I was like, oh, this is so good. I don't ever want to take this for granted again. I'm so grateful for this. Well, the next area is strength. And by strength, yeah, I'm talking about muscle, but and yes, I'm talking about strength, the ability to move heavy things, to be strong, but also to be in pretty good shape as well. So that we're just going to use the word strength as an all-encompassing, both to build strength and muscle and to be in good shape. Basically functional. To be strong enough and functional enough to be able to, I call it being useful. Of course, everybody is very valuable. I believe we're all made in the image of God. We're all extremely valuable. Each and every one of you is very valuable and special. But you are more useful when you are stronger and in better shape. And so, if you're unhealthy, I don't give a crap about being useful. I just want to be healthy. But once you're healthy, the next piece, being lean, yeah, that's cool. But being helpful, being useful, being able to use your body, your strength, your muscle, your endurance to serve others and just to do the things that you love with the people you love, like that is awesome. That's really, really awesome. To be able to do a ton of stuff in your day, fill your day up with fun stuff with your family, or to be able to go out and work hard and make a difference in people's lives. Like having that kind of strength is so valuable. And then, and only then, when you're healthy and when you're strong, then focusing on leanness is fantastic. But never, ever do stupid things with your diet and your training in order to get lean if it's going to sacrifice your health and your strength. It's not worth it. All right? That's my tips for today and why we focus on those 3 areas of being lean, strong, and healthy. For a while, I tried to say it backwards to help you guys be healthy, strong, and lean. That is the order of priority. And in reality, you can often work on 2 or 3 of those at the same time. But lean, strong, and healthy does still roll off the tongue and sounds great from a marketing perspective. So we're sticking with that. Just know that the heart and soul of it is not actually to be lean first, then strong to be healthy. It is healthy first, then strong, then lean.